5, 6, 7, 8. Welcome to another episode of Boba Break. Actually, it's Boba Bit.
Canceled.
Cancel. All right, Mike. All right, team. All right, so today
Oh no.
we're talking about closing and starting a new chapter. Right now, my room's a mess. You can't see because we got the virtual background. We got the green screen. All right.
It's because you're outside. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm outside. You see this hat? You see the wild lion and the wild cow. All right, so I'm gonna be moving, packing up, starting a new life. Talking about how things are gonna be, basically, right? So went through high school, started a new chapter in college. We closed that chapter in college. Now we're starting the adulting life, and it's gonna be a journey. The thing is, for high school and college, is like you're set in stone. Like you know what you're supposed to do in those 4 years. You're supposed to study. You're supposed to read. You're supposed to do homework or whatever. But whatever comes after right now is fucking a mystery.
Yeah. I think that's more so for you because I feel like just the thought of having a full-time job is kind of scary because all we've known is literally school for like what 20 plus
19 years, bro.
Yeah. So then, but for me, I'm going back to school, so I guess it's not as much for me, even though grad school isn't gonna be like completely different from undergrad. But I feel like more so for you, it's gonna be very different.
And not even that. I'm stepping way out of my comfort zone. Like,
Oh yeah.
like I am moving from a big city, like urban area, to like I wouldn't say is more is like a was it rural? Rural. What is it?
Rural.
Okay.
Rural.
Right? I wouldn't say that's kind of. It's just like a smaller city. I'm going from like almost like 4 million people,
Like 4.
to 40,000 people.
Yeah.
So like it's a big change for me. I'm going to a new place I don't know much about. Um, the thing is, I've been here my whole life. Um, like if anything happens, you have friends and family to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
But once I'm at the new place, it's like I gotta make new friends or like build connections, have like build rapport, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a journey in itself. That's like many chapters already. Like just trying to. I'm not even like if we're talking about like in terms of book. I don't think I'm starting a new chapter. I'm just starting a new fucking book.
You're writing the new book.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really crazy because you're going to a completely different place where there's no one that knows you. Because like going back to what you said about high school and college, it's like you go to a high school, right? But then even if you go to a high school, there's chances that someone else from your high school is gonna be there, so you can talk to them kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But this way, like you're transitioning from like your comfort zone to literally like so far out of your box.
Yeah, and the thing is, like people do go out of state for college, right? But they have the same people coming in, like from other places. Like everyone's like brand new, they're fresh.
Right.
They're like okay, everyone's new and awkward. Everyone's trying to make friends, so they have like the same. How would I say? I wouldn't mentality.
Yeah.
For me, I'm starting work earlier compared to the my newer like some of the newer colleagues. So
Right.
I'm just jumping in.
Yeah.
With like the older bunch. So like I'm at an awkward time, at awkward phase. But the thing is, back then Jordash would be fucking scared of this shit. Not even gonna lie.
You're not scared at all though, or
no?
What are you about to say? You're not scared at all?
No.
Yeah.
I'm like back then I wouldn't. Let's backtrack. So
yeah,
I'm always homebody, you know that much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of Chicago as my homeland and everything. Whatever. And like how we said earlier, we have friends, we have family that we can rely on,
Mm-hmm.
but and we know that everyone's gonna be around here. But I think over the past, I'm gonna say 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
I think the connection I've built with these friends have been a lot stronger. That I could just say, "Hey guys, I'm gonna leave, but we're still gonna have that kind of connection."
Right,
But
right.
whether I move to like a different continent, I can still talk to them or whatever.
Different planet. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
different like Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know before I didn't have that kind of connection. That I was like, if I left, will I still talk to these people? I think the podcast helps too.
Right, yeah, yeah. It gives you like a medium to kind of open up a
Yeah,
conversation with someone. Yeah.
and like I would say, aside from you, majority of the people that were on this,
Mm-hmm.
them, I kind of just asked them out of nowhere to say, "Hey, get on. You know, we could talk. We could reminisce about the past. We could talk about the
Right.
future. You know." So it shows like what we learned, kind of throughout the years that we've been apart. Kind of connect with each other to see what we are on, checking, basically checking up on each other and saying, "What's next?"
Yeah,
As we're
yeah.
all getting older.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like right now is not. I'm not as scared. I'm not probably. I'm more excited for the new journey, for the new.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And I feel like that's totally healthy. I think it's also healthy to be scared a little bit because it is so far out of your comfort zone. But I think what you're saying is like you're ready for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, we're like 22 now, and it's like we've both lived in Chicago. Well, I guess I lived. Uh,
Basically.
yeah, I basically lived in Chicago. I went to UVI, so it's like a 2 hour drive. Um, so I had that sort of freedom, but I feel like you're finally ready to
Leave
leave
my
the
bird
nest,
cage.
leave the nest. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I've been. Uh, that's what I've been telling Eric about too. Basically,
Hmm.
the other Eric.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I feel like it's time to move on.
Hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I know I haven't done everything I could have in this place,
Hmm.
but I feel like I've done enough to say I have a good taste of it.
Right. Right.
I need a change, and that's why I've been telling people like I'll be in a new place for like, let's say 3 to 5 years, and I'll go to a different place and a different
Hmm.
place.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to experience everything, or as much as possible. Let's just say
Hmm.
that, because you
Right.
can't really experience everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to experience as much as possible and just use that for whatever future endeavors, like.
Because the thing is, you need experience to know what you like, right?
Hmm.
Like it's like say you eat only chicken nuggets, right? And then you just think like, oh no, I don't like other foods. It's not that you don't like other foods, that you don't have that experience yet to be like, oh, I like this thing. So maybe you like living in a rural area instead of an urban area.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. And how about you? You feel like what kind of chapter? Since you are going back to straight to school,
Right,
but
right.
you do know that like in like 2 years
Uh-huh.
you're
Oh,
gonna be
three, I think.
all right, two or three, whatever,
Yeah,
right? Like, but like you do know you are going to graduate
right.
and all of that,
Yeah, yeah.
but you are still gonna stay here.
Yes.
How
As of now, yeah, yeah.
how do you think what your future, like, you can't tell the future, but like what do you think or plan that your future is gonna be like?
My future plan, I don't know yet. Because I'm doing physical therapy, right? So it's a job that's really secure, and I, I I feel like I could stay in Chicago, um, and I most likely will, just because I feel like I have gotten a little bit of experience living outside of home, and I think I really do like living in Chicago. Maybe I could see myself living in other cities and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's only time will tell. You know,
We have
I'm not too set on something, but as of now, my path is staying in Chicago because I'm going to school in Chicago, um, moving back home, you know, and like the opportunities that I get from grad school mostly will be, I think, in the Illinois area, but I think I'll also have like the chance of going to other states and doing like my clinicals there too. So I don't know. I feel like I could tell you something now, and it could be completely different from my plan a year from now. You know?
yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like I still have so much experience to gain from grad school because it's gonna be completely different. I don't feel like I'm writing like a completely different book like what you said, but I think I'm definitely
Just a different chapter.
I'm moving on to a different chapter for sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't even know if I answered your question. I feel like I just
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
Because I feel like, yeah, like let's go. I like the book reference.
Hmm.
Me moving is just a different book, but you know how like let's say Hunger Games,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ending in the ending chapters of the book. There's part one and part two.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like the second, like my second installment, right, my second book right now, for whatever like places I'm moving to, I feel like they're just different parts of the same book.
Mm,
I feel like I'm just it's like a 3-part book. Like I've started in Chicago.
yeah,
The middle parts are just me jumping everywhere,
yeah, yeah.
and then like the last book is where you settle, basically.
It's like a Wikipedia page when you have the at the beginning
Yeah,
the little the template of everything
yeah.
that Jordan's early life and then midlife.
In middle life,
Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like the general experience of just jumping to different places all fall under the same category of me just wanting to try something.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, because anything in the middle, I don't think they're just separate books. They're just separate parts of the same book.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
Because anything at the end is basically the end. Like, okay, I'm not sure how far, but like I'm just what from whatever I've seen on TV or family. Once I feel like once you get married and have kids, that's the start of your last book.
Yeah.
Because
I think
that's like
that
you're settling down already.
right. I think now that you're saying this, I'm kind of connecting the dots. Um, I feel like I'm still in my early life, and I feel like the start of like the middle life part
Mhm.
is when you get like a full-time job
Yeah,
because that's like it's just like a completely different thing
different
from
switch,
school.
right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And I'm at that part right now.
yeah. So I think that's why it's hard for me to pinpoint where I am or what my plan is because I'm not at that part yet.
You're,
I
you're
still
just
have like 3 more years to go.
you're
You
just
know?
on the later chapters of your early life.
Yeah, yeah. I just have extended chapter.
Yeah, he has a fucking what's it called? Director's cut.
Yeah, director's cut. Yeah,
He has
yeah,
a director's cut, the author's extension.
yeah, yeah.
Because like thinking logically, right?
Hmm.
I feel like there are certain points in life that you could just say, yes, this is a new book.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I never understood the reference, this is a new chapter,
Hmm.
because it's completely different from what you've done in the past.
Yes, yes. I agree. I agree.
All right. So I feel like once I buy a home, I think that, right? I mean,
Oh, dude, buying a home, just thinking about it.
just buy. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like buying a home and like with your significant other, that's just like boom,
Uh,
chapter like book 3, the end,
yeah,
end
yeah.
game,
End game.
end game.
But realistically, that's the longest part, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, well, you'll start that part at like 30, 35, maybe.
I feel like end game is the longest. It's gonna have the most installments of the same book, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because isn't middle is more of an adventure. If we
Yeah.
could break this down in terms of like anime,
Okay.
right? Going to
Uh-huh.
school is basically your academy.
Training arc. Yeah, yeah.
You know, me getting this job is my adventure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Me settling down is using what I've learned from the adventure to fight the final boss.
Wow.
Wow, right?
What a what a what a way to relate the two. Anime is real. Am I right?
Anime is everyone listening to this shit. They're like, "What the fuck are these two? Are they high?"
No, it's just 11:57 p.m. That's all.
It's almost midnight. I've been packing for like fucking 3 hours right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm at that's why let's tie this back to the start.
Um,
I'm not scared of moving on to the next book.
yeah.
I'm more of I understand because I'm a realistic person. I'm self aware.
Mhm.
I understand that I need to take this, or else I'm just gonna be on the same.
Like you're the same level, right? Like, because
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel like what you're doing right now is growing as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Character development.
yeah, character development. Because yeah, like say you just take a job in Chicago and you just work here and like you just do what you've been doing, right?
Yeah.
But you're not really growing as a person. You're not really evolving like who you are. You're not gaining experience. Like you're staying in your box. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm someone who I'm going to grad school in Chicago. I'm going back home. Like I'm staying in my box. But I think it's important to be aware of that and be like self-aware of being like,
You are
hey,
inside of this bubble. You chose to be as
right,
comfortable. You don't want
right.
to make extreme changes that could disrupt your flow of life, basically.
Yeah, because I think a lot of it's thinking ahead too, right? Like thinking about the
Mhm.
future and being like, you never want to have a situation where you'd be like, damn, I should have taken this opportunity, or damn, I should have did this. I should have, you always want to think about the future in a sense.
But
So
you really can't.
yeah, I mean, as much as you can, I
As
guess.
much you can only control so much, basically.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
So, for me personally, I'm not sure how for you guys, but if I were to stay in Chicago, like how Eric put it, I would still be on book one.
Hmm.
I would never have a book two. I would just have book one and end game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right.
This is a great Boba bit.
Fun
Let's end
Boba
it there.
bit. Yeah.
Season finale.
Season
Since
finale.
I'll be traveling, I won't be able to film anymore. I'll probably come back with a better webcam and mic. I'm not making promises, but that might be a thing. I might even add a few more whatnots. I don't know. I might have in person.
Yeah, maybe make some friends in Utah.
Maybe mix.
You get the in-person ones.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Let's set up a studio. But
I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
what a great way to end the season.
Wow. Ending a book,
Like, think about this. I started this on chapter one. Well, not
Right.
chapter one, book one.
Mm-hmm.
We're ending this, going to book two.
Yes. Wow, full circle.
Full circle. Now I planned this shit since like fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah, we definitely didn't
Oh.
just start the recording and just
No. I mean, I planned the connection.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, let's end this the right way. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow my shit in the links below, and we won't see you next time. We will see you in the next season, and we are out.
Boba Break, Boba Break,
1, 2,
Boba Break, Boba Break,
Jordash,
Boba Break, Boba Break,
Atlas,
Boba Break, Boba Break.
Jordash.